Good afternoon, my dear pupils. So, this is me, Khaled. I am your teacher of English. I will be your teacher all these days. So, today we are going to start our first online teaching lesson. So, before we start today's lesson, let's play this game. This game called Hangman Game. Hangman Game. So, this is guessing game. Try to guess this word. Here, try to give me some letters B, C, D, X, R, etc. in order to find these three words. I will give you 2 minutes. Think about it. Try to guess. Yes. X. No. Try to guess. Okay, so the words are me and my school. So today's lesson, today we are going to start sequence 4. Me and my school. So this is me. Okay, this is me. And this is my school. So sequence 4, we are going to talk about me and my school. Okay, now my dear pupils, write all words that have in relation with the word school. Here, I will show you some pictures in order to help you. For example, who is this boy? Second picture, can you guess this place? What about the third picture? Who is this man? What is his job? Now let's move on to the fourth picture. Can you guess the place? Okay. Now let's move on to the fifth picture. Here we have rights and duties. Okay. Now let's move on to the last picture. Okay. Can you guess the place? Okay. So these words are pupils, teacher, classroom, for example, the place where you study, schoolyard, where you practice sport, for example, canteen, the place where you eat, okay, and we have rights and duties. Okay. Now let's start with this initial problem-solving situation. This is Semi. Semi is a new pupil who joins your middle school and he wants to know more about it. Now, try to tell Semi about your schedule or your timetable, location of places, what are the different places at school, and your rights and duties as student or as pupil. So, this new friend or new pupil, Semi, wants to know more about your school. Okay? Your schedule or your timetable, your subjects, the different places and their location at school, also rights and duties. So, I will ask you 2 questions, my dear pupils. Try to answer. The first question, okay, do you eat in the classroom? Do you eat in the classroom? For example, this boy or this pupil is eating, what is this? Can you guess? This is a sandwich. This is, for example, an apple. An apple and sandwich are food. Okay. Do you eat in the classroom? No, I don't. So, it's your duty to respect school rules. So, you mustn't eat in the classroom. So, this is your duty to respect school rules. Okay? Let's move on to the second question. Now, do you go to school every day? do you go to school every day? Try to answer. Yes, I do, of course. So, it's your right to go to school. So, it is your right to go to school. So, here, can you guess the opposite of right? Can you guess the opposite of right? Okay. Very good. The opposite of rights is duties. Okay. So, I will show you a picture in order to understand the meaning of rights and duties. Okay. What does this picture represent? What does this picture represent? Can you guess? Okay, it's a coronavirus pandemic. It's a dangerous disease. Now, it's your right to go and play with your friends. You have the right to go shopping, to go to the zoo. But due to coronavirus, it's your duty to stay at home in order to protect yourself and your family. So, it's your right. You have the right to go out, to play with your friends, to go shopping, to go to the zoo, etc. But due to or because of this dangerous disease, coronavirus, it's your duty to stay at home in order to protect yourself and your family. So, the opposite of rights is, can you get duties? Thank you so much. Now, dear pupils, take your book on page 100. Take your book on page 100. First of all, take your books on page 100. Okay. First of all, let's start with your rights. Okay, let's start with your rights. First of all, let's read it together. First, my rights are: number 1, a good and free education. Number 2, safe environment. Number 3, equal opportunities in class. Number 4, play in the schoolyard. Number 5, express my opinions. One more time, okay? My rights are a good and free education. Number 2, a safe environment. Number 3, equal opportunities in class. Number 4, play in the schoolyard. Number 5, express my opinion. Now, let's explain in details. First of all, a good and free education. It means you don't have to pay money. So, school is free. No need for money. Number 2, safe environment. So, what do you mean by environment? Safe place or safe school. Here, you have the right for a secure place. You have the right for protected place. Number 3, equal opportunities in class. So, what do you mean by equal opportunities in class? It means all pupils are equal. There is no difference between pupils. Number 4, also you have the right to play in the schoolyard. You have the right to play in the schoolyard or the playground. Can call it also schoolyard or playground. Okay. So you have the right to play and practice sports in the schoolyard. This is your right. Now finally, express my opinions. It means, you have the right to express your opinions, you express your ideas freely, etc. Now, let's move on to your duties. My duties. Here also you have 5 duties. Okay. First, let's read it together. I stand for the national anthem. I will show you a picture. What do you mean by a national anthem? Number 2, I obey and follow school rules. I obey and follow school rules. Number 3, I respect the opinions of my classmates. I respect the opinions of my classmates. Number 4, I take care of my school materials. I take care of my school materials. Number 5, finally, I do my best in class. I do my best in class. Number 1, I stand for the national anthem. This is our national anthem, Qasaman, and this is our flag. Okay, so you must stand for the national anthem. Now let's move on to the second duty. I obey and follow school rules. I obey and follow school rules. It means you must respect, or you have to, is an obligation. Have to or must. Express what? Obligation. Now the second duty. I obey and follow school rules. It means you have to or you must respect your school rules. For example, I arrive at school on time, I don't eat in the classroom, etc. Later on, I will explain school rules in details. Let's move on to the third point. I respect the opinions of my classmates. So, for example, my classmates, I respect their opinions, their ideas. Okay. It means you have to respect the opinions of your classmates. Number 4, I take care of my school materials. I take care of my school materials. It means you have to protect your school materials. For example, whiteboard, desk, tables, classroom, etc. These are school materials. Number 5, I do my best in class. I do my best in class. It means you have to work hard in class. You have to, for example, participate. You have to speak English. Okay? I do my best in class. Now, let's talk about school rules in details. Let's talk about school rules. What are these rules? Let's do task 1 together. I ask and my partner answer. I ask and my partner answer. Okay? Number 1. Do you arrive at school on time? Do you arrive at school on time? Here, for example, at what time? What time is it? Can you guess? It's 7:45. It means you have to. Do you arrive at school on time? What do you think, my dear pupils? Yes, I do, of course. I must arrive at school on time. What about the second picture? Do you raise your hand to speak? Do you raise your hand to speak? in order, for example, to give your opinion? Yes or no? What do you think? Yes, I do. Of course, if you want to speak, if you want to participate inside a classroom, try to raise your hand. Okay, let's move on to the third question. Do you write on the wall, this is the wall, or the table? Do you write on the wall, or on the tables? What do you think? Yes or no? No, I don't, of course. You can say do not or don't. Okay? Let's move on to the fourth question. Do you eat food, for example, pizza, hamburger, juice, etc., inside the classroom, or do you bring your cell phone to the classroom? Do you eat food or bring your cell phone in the classroom? What do you think? No, I don't. Of course, you mustn't eat or bring your cell phone inside the classroom. You mustn't eat or bring your cell phone to the classroom. Number 5. Do you speak or do you talk politely to your teacher and your classmates? Politely, for example, when you say thank you, sorry, please, excuse me, etc. Do you speak politely to your teacher or to your classmates? Yes, I do, of course. You have to speak politely to your teacher or to your classmates. Number 6. Do you arrive late? What do you mean by late? Can you guess the opposite of late? What is the opposite of late? We have seen this word before. Can you guess? Yes, of course. Late, opposite, on time. I have to go to school on time. The opposite of on time is late. So, what do you think, my dear pupils? Do you arrive late? Yes or no? What do you think? No, I don't. You mustn't arrive late. Let's move on to the 7th question. Do you chew gum in class? Do you chew gum? Chew, verb to chew, not chew. Chew gum. This is gum. Okay. In class. What do you think? No, I don't. It's not good for you. It's impolite. Number 8. Do you greet your teacher or your classmates? Do you greet, for example, saying hi, good morning, good afternoon, hello, your teacher and classmates? Yes or no? Yes, I do. Of course, you have to be polite. You have to greet your teacher and classmates saying, for example, hello, good morning, good afternoon, etc. Number 9. Do you do your homework? For example, when you go home after school, do you do your homework? Do you revise your lessons? What do you think? Yes, I do. Of course, you have to do your homework. You have to revise your lessons when you go home. Number 10. Do you shout in your classroom? Do you shout in your classroom? Is it good or not? Of course, no, I don't. You mustn't shout or scream or speak loudly inside the classroom. Okay. Let's move on to the 11th question. Do you throw litter, this is litter, on the floor? For example, this is the floor. Do you throw litter on the floor? What do you think? No, I don't. You mustn't throw litter, okay, this is litter, on the floor. Okay, you must keep your school clean. Do you keep your school clean? Do you keep your school clean? For example, these pupils are cleaning their school. Do you keep your school clean? What do you think, my dear pupils? Yes, I do, for sure. You have to keep your school clean. You have to keep your school clean. Now, let's do the second task together. Okay? I put these statements in the right columns. Here you have 6 statements. I put these statements in the right column. Rights and duties. Rights and duties. I will read these statements. First, I stand for the national anthem. I stand for the national anthem. The second statement, I play in the schoolyard. I play in the schoolyard. Number 3, I express my opinion. I give my opinion. Number 4, I obey and respect, means I follow my school rules. I obey and respect school rules. Number 5, a good and free education. A good and free education. The last statement, I work hard in the classroom. I work hard in the class. So, dear pupils, I will give you 3 minutes. Try to classify these statements, either rights or duties. I will give you 3 minutes. Think about it. Okay, time is up. Now let's correct together. I stand for the national anthem. Okay. What do you think, my dear pupils? Is it your right or your duty? What do you think? Okay, now my rights are I play in the schoolyard. So this is your right. So you have the right to play in the schoolyard. Number 2, I express my opinion. This is also your right. And finally, you have the right for a good and free, means no money, education. Now, let's talk about your duties. I stand for the national anthem. Number 2, I work hard in class. It means I do my best in class. And finally, I obey and respect school rules. It means you have to or you must follow your school rules. Okay, so this table represents the summary of rights and duties. Try to keep them in your minds. So your rights are, you have the right to play in the schoolyard, you have the right for a good and free education, you have the right to express your opinion. Now, your duties, you have to stand for the national anthem, you have to respect and follow school rules, and you have to work hard, do your best in class. Okay, now let's move on to task 3. I tick. This is where to tick. I tick the right box. Here you choose I do or I don't. So let's do the first sentence together. I do or I don't greet my teachers every morning. Do you greet your teacher every morning? Can you guess? Yes? Okay, so I do. I do. So you tick I do. So I do. I greet my teachers every morning. Now I will give you 3 minutes. Think about it. So you are going to tick the right box. Either do or don't. Okay, now let's correct the task 3 together. Second sentence, sorry. Do you arrive late to class? Do you arrive late to class? What do you think? I do or I don't? Of course, I don't arrive late to class. Number 3. Do you eat food in class? Do you eat food in class? What do you think? Of course, I don't eat food in class. I don't eat food in class. Okay. Number 4. Do you respect your friends or your classmates? Do you respect your friends? Of course, you have to respect your friends. So, I do respect my friends. Number 5. Do you keep your class clean? Do you keep your class clean? Of course, you have to. I do keep my class clean. The following sentence. Do you shout in class? Do you shout in class? No, I don't. Of course, you mustn't shout in class. Okay, following sentence. I listen to my teachers. I listen to my teachers. Do you listen to your teachers? Do you listen to your teachers? Of course, you have to listen to your teachers. So, I do. The following sentence. I work hard in class. It means I do my best in class. Do you work hard in class? Do you participate, for example, in class? For sure, I do. I do work hard in class. It means you have to work hard in class. The following sentence, sorry. Do you cheat? Verb to cheat in exam. On exam, sorry. Do you cheat on exam? No, I don't cheat on exams. No, I don't cheat on exams. It means you mustn't cheat on exams. Okay. The last sentence. Do you do your homework? Do you do your homework? Of course, you must do your homework. So, I do my homework. Look at this table. Do, don't. So, yes, I do. I greet my teachers every morning. I respect my friends. I keep my class clean. I listen to my teachers. I work hard in class. And finally, I do my homework. Okay, now, don't. Start with don't. I don't arrive late to class. I don't eat food in class. Okay. I don't shout in class. And finally, I don't cheat in exams. I don't cheat in exams. Okay. So this is the summary of school rules. For example, you have to greet your teacher and your classmates. You have to respect your friends. You have to do your homework. You have to work hard in class. You mustn't arrive late to school. You mustn't eat food in class. You mustn't shout in class. And finally, you mustn't cheat in exams. Okay, now okay, my dear pupils, now I will give you this homework assignment. Now you know more about your rights and duties at school. For example, you have to arrive on time, you have to do your homework, you have to greet your teacher, etc. Now, tell your brother or sister about your rights and duties at home. I will give you some hints to help you talking about these rights and duties, not at school but at home. Try to write a short paragraph about your rights and duties at home. You can use these hints. For example, your duties at home. You have to obey and respect your parents, your father, your mother. You have to help your mother in house chores. You have to keep your house clean. These are some duties at home. Now, let's move on to your rights at home. You have the right for education and for good health. You have the right for food and shelter. You have the right to play and to have rest. So, what are you going to do? You are going to talk about these rights and duties at home, and you can write a short paragraph about these rights and duties at home. Thank you so much, my dear pupils, for your attention. See you next lesson.
شكرا على المشاهدة. لا تنسوا الاشتراك في القناة، الضغط على الجرس، الإعجاب بالفيديو.